Hey y'all, welcome to my garden. This is the update for May 28th. Today is a Thursday, and I just got back from going to Oklahoma. So this is the first time I've seen my garden in daylight in about a week. So first up we got the banana. Since the last time I saw it, it has put out these two new leaves and unraveled that one all the way. And I'm assuming it's from all the rain. It's crazy. And then the baby one down here isn't really so much of a baby anymore. It's about 3 feet tall. It's growing crazy fast. These little baby ones on the edge are starting to grow a little bit more. My little honeydew melon is kind of looking down, but I just need to plant that. And then I'm going to build a retaining wall right here to keep everything back that way. I got to weed that area. We got fig cutting, some watermelon, cantaloupe, my rhubarb that got eaten by some kind of, what's it called, caterpillar, I'm guessing. And then we got the tomatoes. Okay, these I picked 4 off this morning at like 6 o'clock whenever I came out before school. And they were all smaller ones. They were about the size of that little baby one down there. But that one's starting to turn ripe. That's pretty nice sized. They're all tipping over though, so I need to start training them back. I got some wire mesh that I'm probably going to use to start training that. Okay, with the storms while I was gone, this actually tipped all the way to the ground. I could just barely see enough last night to tie it back to that one, which also tipped over to the ground, and tie it to my wood rack. I'm assuming the wind just really took these out of the ground, because none of these prongs are in at the moment, and that stake is just completely out of the ground. So I gotta re-support both of these. There are a couple ripe ones on here. I can't really get back that way to see at the moment. Starting to about 6 foot tall. Those are supposed to be determinate tomatoes. They're proving not to be though. We got 2 more watermelon back here I need to plant. Then my pineapple sage that totally took over this area while I was gone. And we got the mint just starting to somewhat take over again after I cut it back. It's sending out a whole bunch of runners. Those two, I believe that was the orange and the colonial mint, which were originally the best growing, are now looking the worst. Chives are coming up. The grape is growing crazy. From about there to there is about 4 feet, I'd say. Maybe a little bit less or more. But now I got to train those other ones that send it out back onto different vines. Now we got all the green beans that came up. These are all bush beans, so I'm just going to pick them and I'm going to attempt in canning. I'm not too sure how well that's going to work out, but and then we got the jalapenos. They're starting to grow and produce pretty well. Not really produce very well, but they're starting to actually put out some, rather than before. This one's got a bunch on there, so we get some of those, make some jalapeno poppers. I'll put a video up on how I make those whenever those get ripe. We got the, what's called, strawberries starting to spread out more. We got the peppers, which a couple of these tipped over, like that one and the one back there, so I need to start staking those up for the wind. Walk this way, just go banana peppers. Then we got, the ground has grown like crazy, by the way, with all this rain. The cucumbers are sending out their runners, not up anymore, but they're just sending them straight out. So I need to train those back. I might try to take a couple of cuttings from here so I can propagate, and whenever these ones start dying back, which they've already kind of started on that side, but I can just put more in the ground. There is a banana pepper underneath there. There's a bunch of them that are doing kind of good back in that corner. There are some little cucumbers. They're about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches each. I picked the 2 that were, or actually I picked 3. That was the small one in the last video. I picked the big one, and that was probably the best tasting cucumber I've ever had. This one that I picked, the Market More that was right over here, I picked it and it was about 7 inches long, 7 to 8. And that was pretty good. The little one that was down there, I thought was ready, but it kind of de-ripened and turned yellow. So I bit into that, and it was disgusting, so I threw it away. We got the tomatoes over here. They're starting to tip over. I keep getting a ton of bugs that keep eating my tomatoes, like seriously. Actually down here, I've got a couple tomatoes. We've got this one that's kind of cracking. It's more of like an ox heart looking. And then we got one more that's bigger. Let me see if I can reach it. Or either way. And that one, I'm guessing, was eaten. Oh, my finger. Actually, that's a tomato. That one was eaten by something on the bottom. It looks still pretty ripe, so I might just cut that off and then let it ripen inside. That's been happening a lot lately. Like on the sun gold that I'll get to here in a minute. They were going crazy doing that. Okay. Next, we got back over here are the tomato forests that sorry, that was a weird looking bug. Kind of looked like a giant stink bug mixed with like a bee. Either way, I forgot what the varieties are, but they're taking over each one's area, and there's ripening up. The black cherries, I picked probably 10 of those a week ago before I left. No, I won't. Or yeah, 10 off this plant, about 10 off the other, and probably 5 off this one. And I'm still snacking on them. They are amazing tomatoes for taste-wise. So there's a couple more of those ripening up. This one got hit pretty bad in the center with the wind. I don't exactly know how that happened, but a bunch of the branches are dying back. So either the wind or some kind of disease. And my yellow pears starting to grow out towards this way, the opposite of where I want them growing. So I gotta get, actually in my shed, have a little, it's 28 inches tall, and I'm just gonna go and run it, maybe 2 layers around the entire thing to trap them in. And okay, the sun gold, I came out here this morning and picked about 40 or 50 since I was gone, so there are a whole bunch of empty spaces on here that were tomatoes but are now eaten tomatoes. Ooh, see, there's one of those big ones that I was talking about. Oh no, he flew off now. It's weird, it kind of looked like a wasp. I gotta figure out how to get back in there, which is about 4 feet away from me right now, maybe a little bit more, but back in the center of the tomatoes to pick those couple that are back there. And then back in here we got more of the bug problem, which has definitely happened. Like, they knock off on the bottom. Let me see if I can get a good look. There we go. They keep falling off a couple, or rats or birds or something keeps eating them, and then fruit flies get in them and finish the job. Just like there, which is disgusting with flies. I didn't get the right angles for you to see, but there are flies everywhere. Those just keep rotting for some reason. I think it's just because it's being on the floor. But like that one right there was not on the floor, and it's just like, it's gross. Like the entire thing is rotting. Like, it just makes me not want to eat any tomatoes. Then we got the celery that I was letting go to seed, and it is finally at about 3.5 feet tall, flowering, or not flowering, but about to flower. We turn around at one of the nurseries I went to in Oklahoma. It's called TLC. I got a Star and Moon, or Stars and Moon melon, which is like a watermelon heirloom variety. We got a mint I think that's lime mint. I don't really know why it's drooping over. It had rain all day today, but then we got. I finally found what I've been looking for, of the, let me see, indigo rose tomatoes. They were $1.19, I want to say, each, which is pretty good. So I got 3 of them, and I got 2 chocolate tomatoes that were just specifically chocolate tomatoes. And I got some peaches and cream corn and some little caladium bulbs. I'll go over here first before I go up for the trees. The watermelon is sending out all these like crazy. They're kind of taking over the ground, so I need to train them up, which I'll probably do with the, where is it? That wire mesh over there. I'll probably just train them up. Okay, my video is getting kind of long, so it's gonna cut off on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for next week. All right, bye.